everybody, I'm Suzanne. Welcome. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a middle grade book outlet haul. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm a homeschooling mom of one. We're a secular homeschooler and we've homeschooled our daughter since she started school, and we are entering our 4th year of homeschooling. And on this channel, I share with you all things books. Books and homeschool. So I share homeschool resources as well as homeschool content. Books include chapter books, middle grade books, YA books, and adult books. And like this video today, it's focused on middle grade because I absolutely love middle grade books for both myself and my daughter. And if you see behind me, I have a couple shelves of middle grade back here. And I've said that a couple times in videos, but this one in particular, I'm mentioning it because I have some series here that I started from Book Outlet actually last summer, and throughout the winter I've been ordering a certain middle grade when they become available on Book Outlet, and I need to complete some series. So I've done a couple Book Outlet orders trying to finish off those middle grade book series. So if those type of videos interest you, please make sure to hit subscribe and the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. If you haven't ordered from Book Outlet before, definitely take a minute to check them out. The prices are amazing. And if you're ordering for the first time, there's a link below where you can get $10 off your first order. And then I get a referral fee, which I use to buy more books that you'll see on this channel. The first book that I ordered is called Gone Crazy in Alabama. And this is by Rita Williams Garcia. And this is in the second book of a set of 3 written by Rita Williams Garcia. The first book was One Crazy Summer that we read in the past year and absolutely loved. So I want to make sure I get the other 2 in that set. This is one of them. And this is the 3 girls that were in One Crazy Summer. They go with their grandmother down south for a visit, and really look forward to this book. We listened to One Crazy Summer on audiobook, so I'm going to try to get this on audiobook as well. But if not, I'll definitely be reading it with my daughter sometime in the upcoming months. It would make a great one for one of our read alouds. Okay. And I also picked up Freya and Zeus by Emily Butler with pictures by Jennifer Thermes. It seems like I've heard a lot of great things about this book, and I thought I would give it a try. So Freya's always craved adventure, but of course that's not something that penguins are supposed to want to do. And in this one, they're going up in an air balloon, and it sounds like a whole lot of fun. Okay, then there was actually books 1, 2, and 3. I already took the first book out. It's now in our summer read aloud basket. And so this is book 2 and 3. And this is called The Magic Misfits. And this is by Neil Patrick Harris. And it's about, in the first book, we meet 5 children in a town that are really kind of misfits. And they're fascinated by magic. And they go to save the town. Book 2 is called The Second Story. And book 3 is The Minor Third. This next book is one of the books I mentioned that I wanted to finish a series that we started, and it's The Unicorn Rescue Society. And this particular one is book, of course it doesn't say which book, I can't remember. So this series is about a bunch of secret group of adventurers, the Unicorn Rescue Society. And of course they have enemies that are powerful. And in this one, it's all about a sea serpent. And this takes place in Cuba. I can't remember if this finishes off the series or not. I keep meaning to do a video that shows you all the middle grade series that we have that we're trying to finish. And I still might do that. We'll see. Let me know if that interests you. Okay, this is a new series that I kept seeing in Book Outlet, and I finally decided to grab them because they look amazing. And I really love fantasy stories that have girls as the main protagonists. In this case, we have sisters. And this series is called The Unicorn Quest. And this is by Camila Benko. So this is books 1 and 2. And it looks like there's 3 books in the series. In this book, the 2 girls discover they are descendants of Arden's royal family, and only an heir with magic in her veins can call all the unicorns back, and they end up in this fantastical land where the great guardians of magic have disappeared, and they have to save the world. Is it Save the World? Always feels that dramatic. They're saving unicorns for sure. And this one is called, oh, they're both. So this is the Unicorn Quest. And this one that I just described was Secrets in the Stone. Oh, and it looks like there's a third one. It's called Fire in the Star. And if you read any of the series, please let me know what you thought down below. If you liked it, or if you didn't, or if your kids liked it, or if they didn't. Then we have The Peculiar Night of the Blue Heart. So this is a standalone middle grade book. And it's, if she found this blue light, this fox, or whatever it was, she knew that at last she would understand Lionel the way she wanted to understand him. For years she had tagged along and tried to be part of his hidden world, but all she could ever do was watch from the outside. Sounds like another great middle grade. And I got another two for a series I'm going to start. And this is Charmer and Grit. And they're by Sarah Jean Horwitz. Oh, they do. So they have 1, 2. I was about to say, I really would love it if they put the numbers on the outside of the book. So 1 and 2. The first one is called Book 1, The Wing Snatchers. The second one is called The Crooked Castle. So this is about a magician's apprentice and a one-winged fairy princess, and they must defeat the mechanical monsters that threaten the kingdom. So like I said, that's the first one. And then we have the second one, The Crooked Castle. And the next one that I am going to show is Harbor Me by Jacqueline Woodson. And I read Brown Girl Dreaming. Actually, I listened to it on audiobook. It was a story told in verse, and I absolutely loved it. And I thought I would try more works by Jacqueline Woodson. And this is 6 Kids, 1 School, A Room to Talk. And this is about 6 kids getting together and sharing in an open way. And I really like the sound of it. And this is another one I thought I would try out. It's The Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls by Claire Legrand. Victoria can't stand messes. She likes everything perfect. And then she befriends Lawrence, and who Victoria is determined to fix. And with a little work, she thinks he can be as perfect as she is. And then all of a sudden, Lawrence goes missing. And Victoria starts to investigate and realizes he's not the only kid who's disappeared. Lots of kids in Belleville have vanished. And all the roads lead to the mysterious Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls. Kids who go there come out smarter, prettier, better, or they don't come out at all. So it's up to Victoria to save her friend and her town, even if things get a little messy. And the next book is called Tuesdays at the Castle, and this is by Jessica Day George. And I actually did a video where it was kind of like a mini vlog where I was trying out different middle grade series to see if I liked them. And this was one of them, and I actually really fell in love with this series. And this is about a castle that comes alive, and the kids that live there in the first, well, this book, I was going to say the first book. This is the first book. And I just liked it so much. I really want it for my shelves. And I have to say my daughter was not fond of this book. I ended up reading this or listening to it. I can't even remember. I think I did a bit of both. I listened to some on audio and I read some. And I really enjoyed it, but she didn't like it. We both love fantasy, but she didn't like the fact that the magical element in the story was the castle itself. She much prefers when it's people or animals, that sort of thing. And so I continued on and read it. And in this book, we're introduced to not only the castle, but Celie, who's the youngest child of 4. She's mapping out all the rooms in the castle because the castle will suddenly hold wings, or wings will disappear in this castle. And you can get in room some days and not in another. And Celie's trying to map this out. She has a special relationship with the castle that shows to be very important later on in the story. In the beginning, her parents are going to pick up their oldest son who's graduating from wizard school, and they disappear and they're told that their parents are killed. Yeah, we have these bad people trying to take over the kingdom instead of the rightful heir. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. This is a series, and I was so happy to discover on Book Outlet later that there was more of this. There were more books from this series, so you'll see that in an upcoming Book Outlet haul. And this is another series, however, even when I show you those, that I still need books to finish the actual series. But that's part of the fun. It's part of the fun. I love books. I love collecting them. And yeah, definitely part of the fun. I only have 2 more books to show you, which is a good thing because the humidity is driving me crazy. And there's a dog barking. One of the neighbor's dogs down the road is barking like crazy. So I hope that's not too disturbing. But like I said, there's only 2 books left. So bear with me and the background noise. Now this is The Nutcracker and the Mouse King. It's a graphic novel. And this is illustrated and adapted by Natalie Anderson. And my daughter loves The Nutcracker, and she has for a couple of years. So I've been trying to collect some different versions of The Nutcracker for her to have and that she can take with her when she grows up and goes off on her own. I thought this would be a lovely one to add to that. I'm curious to see what she thinks of it. I'll probably put this aside and give it to her for Christmas. And the last one is another version of Alice's Adventure in Wonderland and by Lewis Carroll, and I just couldn't resist it. I mean, seriously, how many versions of Alice in Wonderland do you need? Because now I have quite a few, but look at the illustrations. Again, it was a smoking deal from Book Outlet, so I grabbed it. This is the final book of this haul. So if you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit like. And if you want to see more like it, definitely hit subscribe and the bell to be notified of new videos when they're uploaded. And I will see you soon with another video.